Hey everybody, welcome back to Slay the Princess. We were in the middle.
You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And
Ah,
what a game it is. The tension
playing a
between
board game.
turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
Did we?
And so you start over. She only made us start over because we were winning.
Were we?
Time passes. You play the game. You win. Boom! And there you have it. What did I tell you? Am I great at games or am I great at games?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Or
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
uh-oh.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again.
I don't know what they're playing, but okay.
The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew.
Yes.
And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, until finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is... awful. Isn't it great that we're all having such a lovely time together? We just have to stay positive and realise how happy we are. Then all of those lights will stay on and keep showing us all the cool stuff we have. Yeah, sure.
Not killing the princess. Yeah.
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes. Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
She's being defensive. And we all know being defensive is a sign of weakness.
I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
Something good.
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
Well, let's go do that.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
Well, this was not the way I was expecting it to go.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
So you are. It's dark in here, isn't it?
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Of course. Of course I do.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care about you, too, so maybe this wasn't all bad.
Yeah, it's fine. It was fine.
But I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think
I
we need to
agree.
go.
I should not have suggested we stayed here in the last cabin. I am very sorry.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world? He's right, you know. You're giving us some real mixed signals, boss. Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Holy shit, we got the narrator on our side.
Well, this is less work for us anyways. Think what you will. I'm done fighting.
I killed the narrator, guys.
You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he? No boss anymore? No one left to tell us what to do? I guess we'll have to be our own boss then. About time.
The stars are so beautiful.
Quiet Moon passes over you, a comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Well, let's dance. Gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move. The soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretched to the limits. Only the tenuous grasp of your hand and hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Uh-oh. What's with all the hands? Where'd she go? No. You do not get a chance to respond. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? Does this mean we won?
No.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
I only have the one option, guys.
You don't do this.
There's no choice in the matter. Uh-huh. Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach the princess. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh. Yeah.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
You did not. I don't remember meeting you, but you did not. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I do not know. What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network.
Oh,
I wish to be more.
okay. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Okay.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I would argue that most people are.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart.
Okay.
Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
Has she, though? Is this the end of the
How
world?
can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair point. Can you let her
I'm
out?
sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Well, that's sad.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh. Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Are you what sent me to save the princess, or are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Well, let's figure this out together then, my friend. Worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay, cryptic. I like it. Were you always a princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I kinda, but it depends on what the thing is, I guess. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
I see.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
So multiple endings have to do with meeting you multiple times. This multi-head thing. I just scared that I'll find a way to.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Fair enough. That's an excellent point.
Everything, until we meet
So we meet
again.
again. Okay. How many pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I mean, if she's the only one of you I found. And what if I don't let you do this?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
That doesn't sound too bad, though. Good company. We can figure things out to do.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Huh. Okay. You're being semantic. Yeah, she is, but
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm going to wait.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Can we wait for eternity? Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone.
That's okay. I don't mind being undone.
I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished.
Nope.
What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
I will do what I'm going to do.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
I see.
I see you have returned to me. Days mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
Well, I have one option, I guess.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and I die. Hero and the princess. Let's get this over with.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Turn around and
Seriously?
leave.
You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yes.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Neither of you do.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Yeah,
Your
we're just gonna
silence
quietly
is
continue.
deafening.
We're just gonna quietly continue.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess. There's always a choice. Let me tell you
Yeah, we're just
right
gonna
now
trek through the
that you're
wilderness.
making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
That's fine.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
That's a lot of cabins.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Look, I did the whole romance thing and I didn't get to fuck the princess. So fuck you, narrator.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right?
I
But
know
of
this
course,
game's had nudity on
otherwise you
it.
wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
I like death.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The stranger? Huh?
You're on a path. You're here to... Oh, that's clever! A little boring, though.
Hi, contrarian.
It's extremely boring. Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing?
It seems like it's an option multiple times in the game, so...
No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something. Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing. Forever.
Until the world ends, yep.
Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? Everything's getting fuzzy. What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore. Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Probably. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There's a distant rumbling, the sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something others comes close. Hi, hands! That which dwells in the empty spaces contracts across the edges of your mind again. She is furious. Betrayal. Every door you close on me is a door you close on yourself. Do you want to linger here entwined with a creature you taught to hate to you forever? Eternity never ends. Called spite, our infinities shrink into something less. I hate you, 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 I hate you. Oh God. That was a lot of I hate yous.
You're on a path. You're
Yes.
here.
Alright.
We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Shut up.
The interior of the blade is your... The door to the basement, her voice...
Hello?
is... Don't let it fool... Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon,
Don't care.
but you may still... You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Shut up, narrator.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains? Okay.
Yes, let's have a talk. Alright, what's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Okay.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Do you have a name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Do I get to name you? That would be cool.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't wanna.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
I
That's
mean,
hardly relevant.
it should be relevant.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Exactly.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
I want to know the specifics now.
It's not like you'd believe me.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. It's
I was trying to get the knife to help you.
Chained to the wall, and she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me, or did this room get a lot bigger?
I think it's just you.
Oh, you coward!
No, I don't.
I was
think
trying
you
to help her the
can.
whole time.
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Your
Okay.
eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Mhm.
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust
I
you
was trying to
let
free
me
you.
Stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but
But eventually, it comes.
it comes. The world ends,
And
you
you
end
end with it. Chapter 2, The Witch. Ooh.
you're on a path, you're here to slay.
Let's go to the cabin.
A warning, but she will lie. Don't worry, you can trust us.
Hi, opportunist. I didn't know you were here.
The interior of the cabin is a mess
Ooh.
of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. No blade.
Let's go to empty the basement.
Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
The mirror disappears. That's good.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Fun.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
What it?
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you.
I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home.
Excuse me, but I was
I
getting
know
the
who
knife
you
to
are,
free you.
And I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Nah.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
No, not really.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
I want to go with the option I like. So
You
fuck
need
y'all.
to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Yeah, no, I think debating about what to do with the princess is pretty much what we should be doing.
Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room
She has a
below.
tail.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
I basically let you go last time for free.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Narrator, shut up.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
No.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Shut up, narrator.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I'm sorry about that.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
I am sorry. I was trying to free her.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Will do. I want this one.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Look, I'm just trying to be friends
Seems
with
to
you.
me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should
That is
take
what
it.
I've been trying to take each time.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Shut up, narrator.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
There we go, see?
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little...
Shut up,
A
hero.
woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Yeah.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
No. Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
Are there options?
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
Nope.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
You're mean.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
Exactly.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Narrator, shut up. Are you forced?
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
What tricks?
Just go first.
Yeah, I'll just go for it.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's fine.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
I'm not.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
Sure, buddy.
But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
Aww.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Isn't she in some damage too?
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
It's fine.
It's what I would have done.
Well, you
Have you
suck.
considered not being like that?
No,
Of
he
course
isn't.
not. It's what keeps us alive.
No, it's not.
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done. should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you.
Aw.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
We could have both made it.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
Which I wouldn't have done.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back.
I wasn't going to do that anyway.
There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Yep.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
Kind
She
of.
eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Yeah.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
But I don't want to kill the princess.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen now? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
Yup.
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
No! The hands! You don't get the chance to spawn, nor the other. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Okay, Hero, I know why it's you. You know what?
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yes, it
If he
is.
thinks it's bad, I'm with him. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Excellent.
You better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy.
I can, so just you watch. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, and once again, gone! Mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Oh. I've grown, apparently. Find stuff in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. The
Yeah.
vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. The hero and the princess.
Your Honor?
Alright, that is the end of this episode. Hope y'all are enjoying this, because I like this. This is fun. I don't know how many endings there are. I wish there was, like, something that gave me a something. But anyway, I hope y'all, like, peace the fuck out.